She was the Sea King's daughter from Denmark, a princess who captured the hearts of a nation with her ethereal beauty, her innate grace, her seemingly effortless charm. Queen Alexandra, consort to King Edward VII, a fashion icon, a beloved figure. Her image, forever etched in the public imagination, is one of radiant smiles and regal poise. But behind that luminous facade, within the gilded cages of royal life, Alexandra navigated a world that was progressively, inexorably, falling silent. This isn't a secret whispered in palace corridors, it is a truth, often understated, yet profoundly significant. Queen Alexandra suffered from progressive deafness, a condition that began to manifest noticeably after a severe bout of rheumatic fever in 1867, an illness that struck her down shortly after the birth of her third child, leaving her with a permanent limp, and more insidiously, damaging her hearing. Over the years, this hearing loss was likely compounded by otosclerosis, a hereditary condition that ran in her mother's family, stiffening the tiny bones of the middle ear, gradually walling her off from the world of sound. Imagine the implications. A young, vibrant princess, then queen, in a role demanding constant interaction, diplomacy, public address, and intimate conversation. How does one navigate the intricate dance of court life when the nuances of speech become blurred, when whispers are lost, when the melody of an orchestra fades to a dull hum? The early signs might have been subtle. A missed word here, a slightly off-key response there. But as the years advanced, the silence grew. This wasn't a sudden, dramatic loss, but a creeping, insidious encroachment. Think of the state banquets, the grand receptions, filled with the murmur of hundreds of voices. For Alexandra, these events must have transformed into a challenging pantomime, a sea of moving lips from which she had to skillfully decipher meaning. This wasn't just a physical ailment, it was a condition that would inevitably shape her personality, her interactions, her very experience of the world. Some contemporary accounts describe her as occasionally appearing aloof or distracted. Was this reserve, or was it the intense concentration required to lip read, to piece together conversations from visual cues and context? The effort must have been immense, a constant, hidden exertion beneath the serene exterior. Her famous, captivating smile was it sometimes a shield, a universally understood gesture when words failed or were misheard. Her renowned kindness, her empathy for the sick and suffering, did her own silent struggle deepen this compassion, giving her a unique understanding of human vulnerability. Consider her public duties. Opening Parliament, launching ships, meeting dignitaries from across the globe. Each occasion fraught with the potential for miscommunication, for awkwardness. Yet, she performed her role with remarkable dignity. She developed an almost preternatural ability to gauge mood and intent, relying on visual cues, on the expressions of those around her. Her ladies-in-waiting, her close family, would have become essential conduits, subtly repeating phrases, guiding conversations. And what of her relationship with her husband, the gregarious, outgoing Edward VII? A man who thrived on social interaction, on lively debate. How did Alexandra's increasing deafness affect their private world? Did it create moments of frustration, of misunderstanding? Or did it foster a different kind of intimacy, a reliance on unspoken understanding, on shared history? Edward, for all his flaws, was known to be deeply fond of Alexandra. One can only imagine the quiet adjustments made, the patience perhaps sometimes required, sometimes tested. There's an element of profound suspense in considering the daily reality of her life. The fear of missing a crucial instruction, an important piece of news. The isolation that can accompany deafness, even when surrounded by people. The courage it took, day after day, to face the world with grace, to maintain that impeccable public persona while grappling with such a significant personal challenge. Her deafness also, poignantly, informed her extensive charitable work. She became a dedicated patron of hospitals and institutions for the deaf and the blind, understanding their challenges in a way few others in her position could. Her advocacy wasn't merely symbolic, it was born of lived experience, of genuine empathy. This was where her silenced world found a powerful, compassionate voice. The lesser-known detail isn't simply that she was deaf, but the pervasive impact of this progressive condition on every facet of her existence, from her most public appearances to her most private moments. It's in understanding the quiet heroism of her daily adaptations, the strength of character required to not just endure, but to shine, to remain a figure of immense popularity and affection despite a challenge that could so easily have led to withdrawal and bitterness. Queen Alexandra's story is not just one of beauty and royalty. It is a testament to resilience, to the human capacity to adapt and overcome. Her world may have grown quieter, but her impact resonated loudly. The silence she experienced was not empty, it was filled with an inner strength, a profound empathy, and an enduring grace that continues to inspire. A subtle melody of courage played out against the grand orchestra of her royal life.